morning. All right, we are here. We're going to work out. Anything that's going on in your day is going to melt away right here, right? It's going to make us feel really good. I'm having a day with my kids already, so I'm going to try to give my undivided attention to you, hopefully that they can figure out what they're doing upstairs. You know, that's life. Welcome to life. We're going to lift today. We have upper body sets and lower body sets. So we're doing basically 2 upper body exercises followed by 2 lower body exercises and 1 block. So that's 4 exercises and 1 set. We're doing every exercise for 30 seconds. We get a 10-second break. We're going to repeat the entire set 3 times, okay? So I'm going to time us out. We're going to move quickly. When you're lifting weights and moving quickly, we kind of get in that cardio zone as well, okay? So kind of like a cardiovascular sculpt, if you will, okay? And then when we're done lifting today, you're still going to be burning because you've got all that muscle repair happening if you're lifting heavy. So do you have some heavy weights? If not, that's fine. Use what you have. Rep out what you have. If you have super light weights, you might come down a little slower as we go through these exercises, okay? So that's time under tension. The slower you move your muscles, the more, right? Even if it's a light weight, the more you're gonna feel it, okay? So those are the first 2 exercises I just showed you. We have alternating shoulder presses and alternating T-drops. We'll call them T-drops, okay? Then we're gonna do squats. Then we're gonna do some curtsies, and your curtsies are gonna be with weights. Your squats are gonna be with weights, okay? If you don't wanna use weights, you just wanna use your body weight, I'm okay with that too. That is our first 4 moves, but we're gonna warm up first, okay? So I got ahead of myself so that we can get right at it after our warm up. We're gonna start with body weight squats first. Just again, loosening up those ankles, knees, and hips. So sink that butt back. Keep your knees over your ankles, definitely behind your toes. And I'm keeping my shoulders up, my chest up, okay, nice and lifted and tall. Makes me engage my core. Okay, so everything starts working right away today. We'll warm up, we'll lift, we'll cool down, stretch, and we'll be out of here, okay? You're gonna have an awesome day. This workout is available to you anytime if you have the link. Let's take some side lunges. You can put on your own music. I do not have music playing for you to hear today. I've got basic music in the background for me, but you probably don't hear it very well. So turn up your music, follow along, have fun, okay? We're gonna lift in today. Toes are forward as we take a side lunge. And then let's fold forward, get those hamstrings stretched out. Try to have a flat back, chest to the ground, shoulders to the ground, right? And then let's roll it on up. Let's take a big side stretch. So yesterday we did, if you did it, hit and core. Today we're lifting upper and lower body. I really don't have specific core exercises today. You will, however, have your core engaged the whole time, okay? We're going to be doing alternating arms with most of the exercises, which means you're going to have to stabilize yourself through your center. So I just went from a straight stiff knee to a little bent knee, and we're going to be doing alternating shoulder presses, okay? You're keeping your weights tucked right above those shoulders, and you're going to press, okay? I am not pressing back like this. I'm pressing slightly ahead of me, okay? So let's go ahead and open up the shoulders just a little bit. Pulse open, round out that back, okay? Because then we're going right into shoulders. Shoulders and legs, okay? Give me a couple back strokes. And then give me a couple front strokes. If you have any shoulder issues, go light. If you do not have shoulder issues, go heavy on this first move, okay? Realize it's our first set, so maybe you want to go moderate. Second set, go heavier. Let's just think about that, okay? All right, so I like to go heavy on the shoulders. I like to build out the shoulders because it gives you that nice tapered look, okay? Vanity reasons. I also like to build my shoulders because I have something inside my shoulders, an injury of some sort, scar tissue probably. So I want to strengthen the area around my shoulders. I like to push heavy weights to strengthen the area around my shoulders so that I have them functioning for a long time to come, okay? So feet underneath your hips, knees are slightly bent. Hopefully you have your weights in your hands now. We're gonna rack the weights and we're gonna alternating press one way weight at a time, and I'm gonna start my timer. That helps first. Ready, set, begin. You're gonna press one, and then the other. You're gonna feel your core squeeze tight to hold you upright, okay? Pulling those weights, pushing the weight and then just lowering nice and slow. So if you have like 8s and you're not really feeling it, I want you to come down a little slower. Press. If you have a heavy weight, you can always give a little pop and then lower. One more. They're already warm. We've got 10 seconds to pick up a much lighter weight. I'm gonna grab my 5s, 8s, so they're good. We're gonna hold out at a T. We're gonna hold it here, and you're gonna lower one arm and lift. Palms are facing down. Go ahead and begin. And we're just lowering that weight towards the thigh, coming straight up to shoulder height, trying to keep your shoulders out of your ears. So try not to shrug. Think long lines with your arms. If you need a slight bend in your elbow, you're welcome to do that. Keep going. Shoulders should be warm. Real warm. One more. Woo! All right, coming with your heavier weights again, we've got squats. You can hold one weight, you can hold 2 weights. We're gonna keep our toes forward, heels back, tailbone back, like a suitcase squat right here. Go ahead and begin if you haven't. We're gonna sit down and back, down and back. Now, if you prefer, you can hold one weight here. You can hold one weight here. I don't really care as long as you're squeezing those legs. Squeeze the butt at the top, and your shoulders are lifted, your chest is up, okay? All right, time. It goes by quick. You can hold one weight or 2. We've got alternating curtsy lunges, so we're gonna come back at an angle, step up in your front leg, other side. Go ahead and begin. Watch me. Try it out. And then let's talk about form. Your foot is forward. You're pushing in your heel. Stick your booty out, step up. Okay, so you kind of angle that booty towards the back corner. Okay, chest is lifted. All that I'm doing is bending at the knees and the hips. That's it. And time. That was set 1. Woo, breathe in. Going to set 2. Repeating that block. I'm going lighter on my shoulder presses. All right. Rack those weights, alternating press. Breathe. Keeping that center tight. And if you're not feeling it, I want you to slow, slow, slow. Press. Slow, slow, slow. Especially if you have these lighter weights, okay? Breathe. As soon as you push your arms overhead, blood has to pump against gravity. And time. So we end up breathing a little heavier. We just worked our legs, major muscle group. We breathe a little heavier. Get your light weights, T drops. Make the letter T. Drop it and lift it. Shoulder, height. We got this. Squeeze your core, belly button drawn in. So that you're not swaying. The only thing moving right here is that arm. Paint an arch with your knuckles. Lower. And lift. If at any point the weight becomes too much and you start shrugging your shoulders, decrease the weight or do no weight. Your arms have gravity. Give me one more. All right, back to our squat. So choose one weight or 2. Toes are forward, feet are about hip width, maybe a little bit wider. Sink that bottom back and then rise up. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the butt. Good posture here. Okay, if you're holding your weight at your chest, this is front loaded. You might feel it a little bit more in your lower back. If it's bothering your back, lower that weight. Do it with no weight or hold 2 weights at your side, okay? I'm gonna show you just a couple different ways to do this, so you choose. Last one. All right, 2 weights in your hands, holding them down by your sides. We're just adding a little extra. If you are losing your balance, do no weights, okay? Work on your curtsy, work on sticking out that butt, step up in your front heel. I want you to feel this in the back of your leg and your butt, your hip, your cheek, your butt cheek, right? Right in here. stand up. Lower, stand up. Bend at the knees, sink back at the hips. Chest and shoulders are lifted. You're coming back. Stop yourselves to our shoulder presses. Breathe. You got 10 seconds. Then we got a whole new set of work. Rack those weights. And begin. Press one, then the other. Straight up, but slightly ahead of your forehead. Use your shoulders. Keep that core tight. Feet are just underneath those hips. Knees are slightly bent. Finish off at one side if you need to. Now go ahead, and if you want to stick with those weights, stick with it. Otherwise, T-drops go really light. Remember, you choose your weights for this. I'm not there with you, so you have to tell me, what are you using today? You have to figure it out a little bit, okay? So live in the exercises for a moment and see, is this weight good? Am I starting to fatigue right about now? Is it getting hard but doable? Or am I losing form and hurting myself then? Change your weights. No injuries, right? Give me one more. You need to even out a side, and then we are going into squats again, okay? So grabbing your weights, toes forward, tailbone's gonna drop back. Knees over the ankles, behind the toes, sink down and up. Squeeze your booty, press through your legs. So we can squat all day long and not really think about the muscles we're working. The moment you start thinking and contracting and squeezing those legs is the moment where change starts to happen. So lower, squeeze, lower, squeeze. You got it. All right, that was time. Let's come into curtsies. Remember, standing leg toes forward. Ready, set, begin. Lower down and back, step up. Lower down and back, step up. Got it? Take out that booty. Back leg is there for balance. 85% of your weight is in your front leg as you push that heel into the floor. We're almost there. And hold center. Okay. New set of work. Good job, good job. Are you nice and warmed up now? Should be, right? Okay. So next up, we're gonna work the biceps. All right, we've got, we're gonna do palms up. Alternating bicep curls, elbows are tucked in super tight to your side, okay? They do not move. Something that we tend to do when we're bicep curling is swing. I've seen instructors do it. It's my pet peeve. I've seen myself do it. It's my pet peeve. We're gonna do one arm, and then the other. One arm, and then the other. And then we're gonna take those weights straight up overhead, and we're gonna do an overhead tricep extension, okay? So that's gonna be a double arm thing. You can use one weight or two on that. Make sure you're kissing your weights together if you have two. Then we're gonna turn it out to sumos, and we're gonna lower and lift, and you're gonna hold weights right here or weights right here, okay? And then I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna take lunges to the back with weights in our hands. Shoulders stay over the hips, bend both knees, 90 degrees, hover that back knee over the floor, step up into your front leg. I know I just told you a lot, but we're gonna do it all. 3 times 3, you get 3 tries to get it perfect, right? Okay, alternating bicep curls, so grab those weights. We start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lift and lower. And again, if you have light weights, lower slow. You're gonna curl down, 2, 3, 4, okay? That way you got more time under tension on your eccentric, elongating phase of the lift. You're getting an education today. Otherwise, if your weights are pretty heavy, you're just pumping it out. Last one there. 1 weight or 2, kiss them together, curl them up, press them overhead, lower those weights down just behind your head, and then you're going to press straight. Elbows are slightly ahead of the forehead. Overhead press, okay? You really just have to be mindful of the weight you're using here. Is it good or not? A big squeeze at the top. Squeeze. Squeeze. Now you see me, I have a staggered stance. I put one foot behind me to keep my posture and my back and my core strong, okay? That is it. Let's come to our sumos. So you can hold one weight or two. Turn those hips out, turn those toes out. We're gonna draw our knees towards the back of the room. They don't nod forward. We have to think about keeping them in line with the toes. You're sliding down and coming right back on up. Squeeze the thighs, squeeze the butt. Lower thighs become parallel to the ground. That's go, parallel and up. The deep squat, so you might have to open up your stance a little wider. All right, coming into reverse lunges, so holding 2 weights by your side or no weights. We're gonna step back, ready, set, go. Bend that knee, step up. Bend that knee, step up. Think about pushing your front heel into the floor as you step up. You should feel the back of your leg and your butt muscles engage. Your glutes, okay? Find your balance, step up. Shoulders stacked over the hips. We are back to bicep curl, so 10 seconds to breathe. Curling one arm at a time, elbows tucked in tight, roll the shoulders down and back away from your ears. Begin, one at a time, palms up. Breathe here. Seems like forever, did I miss it? Nope, we're still on. 3, 2, 1, time. All right, overhead presses. So if you need to switch out the weight, switch out the weight. I'll show you with one weight in your hand how you do this. You wrap your fingers around and your thumb around. Okay, and then you lower and press. Lower, press and squeeze. Lower, control it, press and squeeze. Try not to let that weight pull you backwards, right? That's why I have a staggered stance. If you feel like it's pulling you backwards, change your legs. And try squeezing as you come on up. What are you doing? Hold on. Sorry, I thought I heard a voice, but it probably was one of my kids' computers. I thought my voice was, thought you were hearing echoes. Me, but you're not. Okay, try this again. We are on to sumos. Ready, set. It was a not built-in break, but you got a break. We're down, we're up, we're down, we're up, okay? So, make sure that your stance is nice and wide on this one. If you're too narrow, your knees might be moving in a funky way. Get wide, squeeze, lower, rise. Shoulders are lifted right over those hips. All right, coming to our rear lunges. Second time through, okay? And begin. Shoulders over the hips, step up. Bend that back knee, step up. So my knee should hover about 2 inches off the ground and then I step up. Back leg is there for balance. Front leg is where I really want you to work. Hamstring and glute. Hamstring is the back of your leg, your glute is your butt muscle. You're welcome. Some people don't remember that. Okay, coming back to bicep curls, alternating, palms up, elbows tucked into your sides, core tight, a little bend in those knees. Breathe and go. exhale and a squeeze. Right there. We call that a contraction. So you're exhaling the contraction. Got it? Are you lifting heavy enough weights? I hope so. All right, overhead tricep extensions. So either kiss your weights together, rise them up overhead, or grab one weight. Go ahead and lower. Press. It's all about the squeeze right here, okay? That's working the back of your arms, your triceps. That's where I want you to feel it. So as you straighten, take that. I might be getting cut off the top of, realized my weights might be getting cut off. Are they getting cut off? I can't tell. Close. And time. That's okay, you knew what I was doing. All right, sumos, you're either gonna hold one weight or two. Turn out the toes, turn out the hips. I got really wide this time, okay? I'm gonna hold my weights. Keep my chest up, shoulders up, okay? Stay down, squeeze. Lower, squeeze. I'm finding my balance here too. You've seen me probably wobble a couple times. Or tighten. Squeeze the muscles. All up. Abs working. Holding you upright. Keeping you balanced. And time. Last of these lunges, and then I got a whole new set of work. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. So tomorrow I want everything to feel just a little bit sore, okay? Your legs will probably feel more sore than anything. We're doing a lot of legs. You're gonna end up doing another set of biceps and triceps next, okay? Just so you know. We are not done with those biceps and triceps yet. Finish off your last lunge, and let's talk about your next set of work. Breathe and grab water if you need it. You're gonna pick up your bicep curl weight. This time though, you've got your hammerhead up. You're gonna curl, 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 curl. Then from there, we're gonna go bent over, and I'm not talking bend over here. Bent over, hike up your weights, and you're gonna go extension, extension, tricep, tricep. So I'm gonna ask you to try to stick with the same weight you used here for your bicep extensions, or sorry, your tricep extensions, okay? So this is where you're gonna squeeze the back of the arm and lower, one arm at a time. Then you're gonna pick up a heavier set of weights or one dumbbell. You have one really heavy, but I like you don't have heavy to grab two. You're gonna keep your toes forward, just underneath the hips, a slight bend in the knee. We're gonna stick out our butt, let the weights graze down to mid-shin, and come back on up, okay? So this again works the back of the leg and the butt. So I want you to use the back of the leg, stretch it out, but not too much. And then squeeze and lift. If you're feeling it in your lower back, stick out your chest and think about the back of your legs a little bit more. Then we're going into alternating side lunges. You're gonna frame your leg, toes forward, push off your heel. Frame your leg with the weights, push off your heel. This is where people usually struggle because they're not listening to form. Toes forward, stick your butt out. Frame your legs with the weights. Some people come here. I want you here. Come back up. Frame the leg. Push off that heel. Okay? We're gonna try this. Hammer curls first. I am actually hammer curling with my lighter weights. My forearms been killing me. So, ready, set, pin those elbows in. One arm at a time, and go. Curl, curl. You're taking that hammerhead right up to your shoulder, okay? Right there. Lift and squeeze that bicep. That's the part of your arm that's working right now, okay? Squeeze, squeeze. Make sure you have the right size weight right now. Do one more on each side. And then let's come ready for our tricep extensions. So feet underneath the hips, a little bend in the knees, big bend at the waist. Hike up those weights like cricket wings, so they should be above your rib cage. And we're gonna kick one back, and then the other. Go ahead and begin. Back, back, squeeze, 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 squeeze. We got this. Try to keep those elbows tight to your body. Keep them high. And if you start feeling this in your shoulders, I want you to bend at the waist. Stick your chest towards the floor. That just means that you're too upright, okay? All right, come on up. Let's go into our Romanian deadlifts, RDLs, okay? 2 feet on the floor, just underneath your hips, knees soft. Go ahead and lower to about mid-shin, flat back, pull, squeeze with the back of the legs and the butt. Stick out your chest, let those weights skim right down your leg. And then squeeze and lift to the top, okay? Lower. Core is tight here too. I'm squeezing my butt and my abs. Are you? Lower. And squeeze. Can you give me one more? Again, if you're feeling it in your lower back, your posture's off. So I need you to flatten out your back, stick out your chest, stick out your booty. All right, we are going side lunges here. Same thing here, stick out your butt. Keep your chest up, push off that heel. Side step, toes forward, push off that heel. Push off that heel. Lay your tummy on your thigh, stand up. The way to do that is to push off your heel. Okay. Train that leg. And time. Let's go ahead back to our hammer curls. So whichever weights you need for your biceps, let's do that, okay? Shoulders roll down and back, elbows tucked into your side, one arm at a time. Making that arch with your knuckles. Squeeze that bicep, let it do the work. And if you need to, if your weights are too light, you're coming down slow, 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 right? All right, pause there. Let's make our way for our tricep extensions. Little bend at the knees, big bend at the waist. Hike the weights up high, and let's kick back one at a time. Palms are facing your body. Your neck is long. You've got from head to tailbone a nice long spine, okay? Squeeze that muscle at the top. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. You got it. Maybe one more. Go ahead and come up out of that. Let's go ahead and grab heavier weights. If you have one heavy weight, you can always just hold it with your 2 hands like this, and you're gonna do the same thing we're doing. You're just gonna hold your weight like that, okay? Go ahead and begin. Flat back, chest sticks out. Raise right down the front of your body, squeeze. Lower, squeeze the butt, squeeze the back of the legs. Protect your back, keep your core tight. Flat back. If you're arched over like this, it's not gonna work, okay? I need you to stick out your chest, flat back, and time. Okay, side lunges. Frame your legs, toes forward, push off your heel. We're stepping to one side, then the other, okay? Down, step it in. Down, step it in. Toes forward, push off that heel. Feel the back of the leg and the butt. Again, oh my gosh, why are we working this? Strong legs, front and back. Tummy lays on that thigh, step up. We have one more set of this to go. Hold center. Get your weights out for your hammer curls. Last set of this, and then I've got only one more block of work to do. with you, okay? So hammer curl, hammer curl. Next block of work, we have 1 standing exercise, 3 floor exercises. Are you lifting something that's challenging you right now? I hope so. And time, okay. Bent over tricep extension, so knees underneath, feet underneath your hips, knees soft, fold forward, hike them up, take 1 back squeeze, take the other back squeeze. If you're trying to watch me, I would suggest go to the side and turn your head this way. But by now, I think you have it, okay? You don't need to crank your neck up this way. Neutral spine, okay? So shake your head yes, shake your head no. Find that place for your neck. Flat back. Almost there. And time. All right, heavier weights if you've got them. Toes forward. That one's gonna come back, flat back, stick out that chest, okay, nice and proud. Lower to the shin, back up. Mid shin, or just past the knee, and back up. You're gonna feel your legs stretch, and then you're gonna squeeze it. Proud chest, long, straight back, okay? Stick out your butt. Hold up top. Going into our side lunges, okay? 1 leg at a time. Toes forward. Good posture. Here we go. Push off that heel, step in. Off that heel, step in. You have no weights, I want you to try your body weight, push up. Your body weight, push up, okay? We're gonna try to do this without putting a hand on the thigh. Hold up top, okay, new set of work. We are going to hike up our weights, just like we did when we did our tricep extensions, okay? A little bend at the knees, big bend at the waist, hike up your weights, and you're gonna drop, row, squeezing your shoulder blades together in the back. Trying not to let your body twist and turn, okay? We're gonna try not to do that. They lose you. All right, just checking to make sure that I didn't lose connection there. Okay, then we're gonna come down to the ground and we're going to do a chest press. It's gonna look like this. Both weights are gonna come straight up. Well, you should be planning out what weights you're gonna use for this as I show you, okay? So you're going to push your weights straight up over your chest. You're gonna take an elbow down, then squeeze up to the top. You need to keep those abs tight, lower back to the floor, so you're not rocking your body as you take one down at a time, okay? Then you can take one weight or two, hold it on your hips, walk your feet in towards your butt. We're gonna bridge, squeeze, bridge, squeeze, bridge, squeeze at the top, okay? The weight is there to add extra resistance, so if you don't want to put a weight, you don't have to. Then we're coming to all fours. We're gonna do 15-second fire hydrant lift. Actually, you know what, let's do this. We're gonna do a little pulsing lift, lift, lift for 15, and then you're gonna do the other side. Lift, 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 lift for 15. You will notice that I'm trying to keep my shoulders facing down and my hips, this hip down, while I'm squeezing the butt and the outer thigh, I'm keeping my leg bent 90 degrees, okay? We'll call that the fire hydrant. Obvious reasons, hopefully, okay? So let's start with our bent over row. Grab your weights. A little bend at the knees, big bend at the waist, hike them up high. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. We're working the back here, okay? Lower a weight and pull. Lower a weight and pull. Big key thing here is shoulder blades together, okay? As you lower squeeze them back together again. Long neck, okay? Squeeze. We're working that back. This is a place where you could actually go heavy. So if you have a heavy set of weights, use those. And then release. I'm gonna say the same thing with chest press, heavy weights if you have them, okay? So, lay down, get those weights straight up over your chest, and begin. One weight, and then the other. Your lower back should be on the floor. So does that mean you have to pull your belly button in a little bit, maybe tilt your pelvic up a little bit, and get that back flat. Squeeze the chest muscles at the top. So many things to think about. And if you work on one now, and then another key, form cue on the next set, eventually you'll have it all, right? Give me one more, and then let's go ahead and lower a weight. Or if you have two lighter weights, put those on your hips. Walk your feet towards your butt. Toes forward, knees parallel, lift, squeeze, lower. As you lower, I want you to hover your butt. So don't tap the mat. Pretend like you can slide a piece of paper under it. Just a little hover. Lift, squeeze, push your heels into the ground. Lift, squeeze the butt. Lift, squeeze. Lift, squeeze, lower, lower, lower. Lift, squeeze, and lower all the way down. We're going for our fire hydrants. Hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hip. Pick a leg, any leg. Lift it up there, bend the knee, flex the foot. Let's pulse, pulse, pulse. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift, lift, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, switch. Hands directly underneath those shoulders again, and we're pulsing, pulsing, pulsing. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze at your own pace. Woo, hips and booty, right there. 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds goes fast, doesn't it? All right, coming back up for alternating bent over rows, okay? So again, a little bend at the knees, big bend at the hips. Hike up those weights, get ready, get set, begin. Lower a weight, pull, squeeze. Lower a weight, pull, squeeze. Lower, pull. Lower, pull. We got this. Core is tight, long neck. So trying to keep the shoulders out of the ears, squeezing the blades back behind you. It's a hard one for people to figure out what muscle am I feeling. I want you to concentrate and focus. Last one. All right, coming down for chest press. I think we got this one. Lower your back to the floor. Chest press, alternating sides. Your elbow comes out 90 degrees, and then you press straight up over the chest. You can barely tap your tricep to the floor here, and then press it straight up to your center line, your midline. The weights should be right over that midline of your chest, okay? So not over your nose or your chin. Maybe one more. Weights come on the hips. Make sure you hold them on the hips. Walk the heels towards the butt. And let's go ahead and squeeze. Make a bridge and then lower. Squeeze and then lower. Squeeze and then lower. Squeeze. Push those heels into the floor. Hover. Lift. Down, 2, 3. Lift. Squeeze. Down, 2, 3. Lift. Squeeze. Down, 2, 3. All right, lose the weight. If you were using one, come back to your all fours, tabletop position, and let's get ready for fire hydrant. Pick a leg and lift. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Think about the knee making an itty bitty arch, okay? While you lift with the hip and the booty, okay? The side of your thigh, this trouble zone area. Woo. Oh, and switch sides. We went too long there. We'll go a little extra here then. I was watching my clock and it wasn't working. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, take our time, slowly coming up for our last 4 exercises, okay? All right. Grab those weights, hike them up, bend over first, hike them up, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then lower, pull, squeeze your back muscles. Those are your wings. So if you think about where your wings would be, right? That's what we're lifting with. Keep going. It's these muscles right in here in your back, okay? That area that I hear so many of us want to work. Plus it's good for your posture, right? Okay. Feeling in your shoulders, bend over in half a little bit more. And try squeezing those blades together a little bit more. Last one. Coming down for your chest press. So adjust your back, lower back to the ground, weights straight up over the midline, lower, press, squeeze. Do you feel your body trying to rock with where the weight is going? Squeeze your core. Try not to let your body sway, okay? Last one here. All right, go ahead and lower. I'm just doing one weight, so you choose what number of weights are you using, 1 or 2. Walk your feet towards your butt. Okay, so you want a nice small distance there. Push your heels in and lift and lower. Lift and squeeze and lower. So my upper back is on the floor for sure, okay? Like my shoulder blades are still on the floor. The tops of my shoulders are on the floor. I'm just lifting and squeezing so that my body's in an alignment from my knee to my shoulder, essentially, okay? So you do want to get those hips up there and squeeze the butt. Maybe tuck the tailbone a little bit. If you're not feeling it. All right, let's go 30-second fire hydrants on each side. Okay, then I don't have to worry about the timing. On all fours, we can do this. Bend that knee, flex that foot. We're gonna lift and lift and lift and lift. Core is tight, so squeeze your abs as you squeeze this side hip in the butt. Lift with that muscle. And you're breathing. Polishing off the lower body right here. A lot of core work squeezed in. You probably didn't realize it, okay? Almost there. All right, lower to a child's pose. We're gonna go one more side. On all fours, ready, set, begin. Lift, 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 lift. You got it. We're breathing. We're breathing. Almost there. Stay with me. Make it burn. 3, 2, 1. All right. Toes together. Knees wide. Bottom towards your heels, and then walk your fingertips forward. Let's stretch out into a child's pose. So I want you to walk your arms forward and really get a stretch through your back and your shoulders as you lead your bottom towards your heels. All right, coming on up to all fours. We're gonna lay down on our stomach. Make sure your area is cleared. Make a T. Bring one arm in underneath one hand in underneath your armpit. Leave this hand straight out from the shoulder, and we're gonna open up just a little bit here. If that hurts, I want you to bend your elbow, okay? And then lift up a little bit. That didn't work. Oh. There we go. And then come center, let's open up, make a T. Bring this other hand right underneath the armpit. You might have to walk this arm out just a little bit and then open, okay? There we go. That's better. You can also do this on a wall. You can stand up, grab a wall, and just open up your chest. Opening up the chest, opening up the bicep and the shoulder. It's all connected right there, okay? And then let's push up all fours, and let's do the opposite. We're gonna take an arm and thread it through, lay the top of your hand, so palm up on the ground, and then you're gonna lay your shoulder down, your cheek down, your forehead down, whatever you can get down. Take your bottom towards your heels and then walk your top hand out. I just made you into a pretzel, didn't I? It is a child's pose thread through. Think of it that way. So you threaded your arm through and you're in a child's pose. And you're opening up your shoulder and your back. Let's try the other side, okay? So you're up top. This arm's gonna come through, palm up. Take your bottom towards your heels and then walk your top arm out, lay your head down on the floor, okay? Come back on up to all fours. Let's push into a down dog. Hold your down dog. Eyes gaze just beyond the fingers. And walk your feet towards your hands, but I want you to try to stay in a fold here, okay? So, we're stretching out the back of the legs, those hamstrings, right? And then go ahead and take one leg forward, one leg back, hands on the mat, okay, or on the floor. Maybe open up your hip a little bit here, okay? You can even wrap a little bit in a nice deep runner's lunge. And then let's go ahead and switch. So step the other leg up, the other leg comes back, runner's lunge, pull that heel towards the back of the room. You can open up that thigh a little or wrap your arm through that way, okay? It'll give you a nice stretch through your inner thigh, your hip. When you're ready, step it on up, roll it up to the top, and let's do a quad stretch. So if you need to hold on to furniture, knees facing down, heel to the butt. And do the other side. We got our chest and our shoulders and our biceps stretched out pretty well on the ground. Let's get our triceps next, okay? Up and over. Woo. And other side. There you go. Pat yourself on the back. A little pressure on that elbow, not too much, just a little bit. All right, last stretches here. Figure four squat. Open up that knee, pull it towards the ground. You take your hand on that thigh, gentle pressure, not too much. And let's switch. Ankle above the knee. If you need to hold on to something, grab a chair, a couch, something that's nearby. All right, that opens up those hips just a little bit. If you need to do more stretching, please do. Otherwise, let's do a nice inhale and get on with our day. Right, good work. This is available to you at any time, so you just have to click the link. It's open. So again, if you're keeping track of the workouts, right, 9:23, lifting, it was about 50 minutes, 45, 50, and if you don't like it, just tell yourself, I like it. Repeat this one again. All right, thanks for joining me. Here's the schedule for the rest of the week, and then tomorrow you don't have class. Tomorrow is your day off, or do something we've already done. Go back and replay something, okay, or do something you missed. And then, or it's your rest day, it's up to you. Then Friday, we'll be back here for Lit Lotus round 4, okay? And that's at 9:30. Bye, guys.